All right, welcome back to Waste Some Time with Jason Green. I am Jason Green. It's Monday. We're in September, and it's off to another busy last quarter of the year, for me at least, and maybe for you guys as well. Three conventions in 24 hours. I think that's my record, at least. I love a good pop culture convention. I've been going to them maybe since I was 10 years old. I used to go to the Creation, that's the name of the company, conventions in New York City. I used to go to the Star Trek convention, go to the Fangoria convention. And I just love seeing different celebrities and buying all this junk. But look, when I was a kid, I had to depend on my parents to buy junk for me. The most dangerous thing about being an adult is suddenly no one can tell me I can't buy toys and autographs and other ridiculous things. So anyway, I really enjoy going to these conventions, and I've booked guests at them. And then Sean Clark, who's on the show from time to time, he has an agency where he books a lot of guests too. So I get to a lot of conventions, and this weekend was no exception. I went to, starting Saturday morning, I went to the Hollywood show, which I've gone to many times before. Been going to that since the mid-90s. That was in Burbank. The following morning, I went to a newer convention called ToonCon that was sort of cartoon based. And then Sunday morning, the same morning. Sunday morning was ToonCon, and then I went to a thing called CreepyCon. I like to just call it CreepyCon. It could also be called Creep IE because of the Inland Empire. Is that what it's called? They got to think of an easier name to say. So that I went to that one, and then I went and shot some locations to give you content to watch. So anyway, 3 conventions in 24 hours. What was it like? What was my favorite? What was the most exciting thing that happened? We're going to find out about all that and more right after this. Just wanna waste some time with you. Sometimes it seems too good to be true. Nobody I'd rather waste time with than you. All right. Hello, friends. Isn't that what YouTubers say? Sometimes I watch other people's YouTube videos and I go, this can't be what I do. Am I doing the same thing as these people? And then I think I need to stop. I don't watch a lot of YouTube videos because I don't like to be influenced. I don't know if that's even the right term, because there's only so many ideas, filming locations. There's only so many filming locations that you can go to. And although I have done some that no one else has done, and there's other ones I've done that, people have done, whatever. But sometimes I get recommended videos like everyone, and I stop to sometimes give people a shot. And a lot of videos are, as the kids say, are cringe, because the danger of social media and YouTube is that any idiot can have a platform, right? Here I am. And then sometimes you get people who maybe were best suited for silent films or radio. I mean, if I could do radio instead of sitting here looking at you, life would be so much easier. I could just lay in my bed and talk, tell some nonsense stories. But I have to get on here and then deal with my appearance and then deal with people's opinions. Oh, my goodness. But as I said, I watch some YouTubers who do similar things to me. And then I watch some who blatantly copy me. I'm often imitated. I'm often duplicated, but never duplicated, never replicated. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But I see people who literally are using my thumbnail. Exact. I mean, fuck. At least tickle my balls before you do my same exact video. And then I see people, they interview the same people, and then it comes out like it's news. And I think to myself, I did that a month ago. Now, some of you are going to say, oh, settle down, whatever. I remember sitting in a car with Stephen Piercy and Michelle and I. We were going to a gig. There was a driver, and they had Sirius XM on, and Keith Roth talked about my Fred Corey interview, and he quoted it, but he gave credit to somebody else. I couldn't believe it. I was outraged. I grabbed my phone. Keith Roth has a long phone number. And I got Keith Roth on. I texted him, and I said, "Hey, that's my. You gave credit to some other jackass. I'm the jackass." Anyway, Keith Roth is very cool. That shit's pre-recorded, and he was very cool. And on his next episode, he gave me proper credit, which is nice of him. Normally, I don't care, but in the case of that, no one else has had Fred Coury on their show recently, and you know what? Give me some props. So anyway, that's why it's best, I think, if you're going to be a successful YouTuber, content creator. It's probably better you don't watch too many other people's videos. There's a few I like. But more so I just look and I go, wow, everybody is putting on a shtick. Everyone's got a catchphrase. Everyone's got an act. And then some people have no content at all. And they're like, I'm going to go to a convention and walk around and I'm going to just react. And I sometimes tell myself, I shouldn't do that. Needless to say, I will have a video about these 3 conventions that I went to. And if you guys like it, that's all that matters. And maybe there's something you see in my channel that maybe others don't. I'm going to tell you all about my weekend. And I'll tell you about other things too. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get into the chat first. I don't always get to go to the chat. Clint says, hey ho, let's go. How could I not address that? Skylar's here, ready to waste some time. And here is Diana Diamond. Discover this channel from your Married Children video. Everyone says our family is like the Bundy family. Well, I get it, Diana. Yeah, I think a lot of people related. I might have been more of a Griswold family at least I wanted to be. Okay, so let's see. A lot of people having their own discussion, which is great because the show is for everyone. Kim Hansen, thank you so much for being a channel member. You want to be able to support this channel. You want to avoid me going around and doing the same awful videos as everyone else. Channel member. California Dreaming, by the way, this one is live. Hey, y'all. Thank you so much. I'm glad to see you. Also, a channel member. And by the way, for those who like TV filming location videos, the channel members get to watch them first. Tonight, you're going to see the locations for Maude. Some of you were saying, what the hell is Maude? But Maude was a spinoff of All in the Family, starring Bea Arthur of the Golden Girls fame. And she had the show called Maude. And a lot of people asked me for it. 6 seasons, 70 show, Norman Lear universe. And a lot of people asked me for it. So therefore, I did it. And it's never been done. Yeah, I sounded very when I brag, I sound very presidential. I noticed, but that's because it's all fantastic and tremendous. Yes, the Norman Bates sign is up there representing because it's spooky season. I never say that, but now I'm going to start. All right, let's see. Jay Roberts says hello, and let's see. There's a lot of people here. Heather in the 702. Hello, Time Wasters. Hello, Heather. Heather, are you in the 702 actually? And she also bought the Bates Motel sign. You can't. It's the coolest thing. It's the coolest seasonal item. And Heather, you are equally cool. Right on, Maude. Yeah, and then there's Maude. You're going to learn a lot about Maude, and you're going to learn a lot about the guy who sang the theme song to Maude and where he ended up, which is interesting and tragic all at the same time. I haven't heard the show Maude mentioned, so I get it. I get it. Henderson, yeah. Maybe I bought that in Henderson. I think so. Anyway, I have lunch in Henderson every single day. Well, not now. I'm on a diet. I've got these. I got this meal plan, and I don't want to say the name of the company until I'm sure I like it and I'm sure it works. And then after that, I'll tell you guys all about it. Look, some of these programs are a little bland. So what I do is I add Eddie Ojeda's hot sauce. I ordered a case of it yesterday. I don't get paid for this, but it is a great product. Eddie Ojeda is the lead guitar player for Twisted Sister. It's called Twisted Hot Sauce. I think you can go to Twisted Hot Sauce and buy it if you're into this kind of thing. We did a full show about it once with Eddie. It's cherry habanero. It's the one I like. and it's good, and it can kick things up. He has a Peach Reaper one, which is even hotter, but I enjoy this hot sauce. All right, well, you want to get into some debate, some discussion? Any thoughts on Sebastian Bach kicking that girl out? Glad you asked. Everybody is so desperate for a clickbait headline or a TMZ video or that they'll throw anyone under the bus. I don't know. You got to remember, if you want to be in this industry, you have to decide who you're going to throw under the bus and who you're not. I like Sebastian Bach. So I saw the video. Out of context, the video looks like Sebastian Bach was having a bad night. Maybe he was being a little uppity. Maybe he was being a jerk. If you haven't seen, Sebastian Bach goes on stage. He goes, dude, throw that girl out. Right? And he goes, she wanted to take a hug. She asked to hug me. She asked my wife to hug me. I can't do the impression and remember. So, dude. Anyway, so he said he didn't want to hug this woman and he didn't think it was appropriate that she asked his wife. Now, in the video, he goes, dude, that ugly one right there. Get her out of here. So they throw this woman out, I guess. But from what I've heard, the woman was standing there flipping him off while filming him the whole time because he didn't want to give her a hug. Not everybody wants to hug people. He's a married man. So maybe I'm taking a different approach. But there's a lot of assholes who are taking a clickbait approach. And like, oh, that's why Skid Row ain't getting back together. And that's why he's a jerk. Wasn't rock and roll dangerous once? If someone was flipping me off, I don't think I'd want to be filmed either. Now, does he need to do that on stage? No. Does he have a temper? Yes. Does it not great for Skid Row? Skid Row's not great without Sebastian Bach. Sorry. And I like those guys, but you pick big shoes to fill. So that's really all I've got to say. I don't really care. I'm still Team Sebastian Bach. You guys can make all the angry videos about him you want. As somebody says, he was not the headliner, was not Sebastian's call. Well, I don't know about that. I think Sebastian Bach can do whatever he wants. And that was his band, Brent Woods at least, was his guitar player. And Sebastian Bach's the only person on that stage who sold any records, I'll tell you that. I mean, it's nice that the son of Foo Fighters was there, but I don't know. I think we all got to take a moment and ask ourselves, who cares? Just like that. David Anaya, also a channel member. Thank you so much for being in the club. I discovered the show through the Eddie Ojeda hot sauce episode. Funny of all things. Yeah, for a while we were doing these hot sauce taste tests. I really did like them. I enjoyed the hot sauces. And it's good. Trust me. Try it out. Again, no kickback for me. Skid Row is Sebastian for me. Thomas, thank you for being a channel member. And I got to agree. I know Sebastian didn't write the songs, but wow. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Johnny, you're onto something. Okay, I'm trying to get to everyone's comments, then I'm going to tell you about conventions. This is Brian Rex Drums. 100% correct. She was acting like an idiot, and he called her out. Thank you. Also, thank you for being a channel member. There's two sides to every story. And so I think Sebastian's an easy target. And I'm not saying Sebastian is 100% innocent in his outburst. But in this case, you're judging a video that was, I just don't think it was, I think we're trying to make lemonade when there's not even AIDS involved. All right, Sean Brown. Thank you, Sean. Much appreciated. See, I just take Sean's questions without even reading them because he is a smart, educated person who asks good questions and is also very generous. He is the executive producer. Sean Brown says, hello, Jason. I spent the weekend watching live 80s rock music videos on MTV Classic. I'm 38 and sadly never got to see the big rock tour productions. What band tour from this era impressed you the most? And will we ever get the experienced similar scale stage productions? Good question, Sean, as usual. So, if you want to see a band that has that feel, right? Poison, Def Leppard, Motley Crue, the big arena feel. The band I'm going to recommend to you is Ghost. Ghost has a big arena stage show, and it's a lot of fun. And it's the closest I've seen to sort of seeing Def Leppard in the Hysteria days. Back then, I remember one of the first rock shows I went to. It was at Nassau Coliseum in New York City. My friends all wanted to see Tesla. My friend Miguel, who's been on the show many times, and my cousin Eric, who will be on the show soon. He's an award-winning filmmaker. We went to see it, and it was a nightmare. It was one of those. It was a Griswold day. Everything went wrong. Oh my goodness! Anything that could go wrong went wrong. We took a train. Everything just went wrong, and we missed Tesla. We walked in. They said, "Thank you, good night," and we saw Poison. But the stage show, this was arena rock at its best. I mean, just running around these big stages, and it was just so crazy and so much fun. And after that, I saw all the bands, of that genre who played the big arena stages. It's expensive to do it, and that's why you're not going to see it. I mean, look, Metallica's got a big production, but the days of the big pyro shows, and things like that are farther and few between. Guns N' Roses is still good. They play a lot of deep tracks, but still good. So, I think that everything goes through this less is more phase. So, right, 80s, we had glam and hard rock, hair metal if you want. I'm fortunate to still have mine. And then early 90s, it was same thing. And then 92 or 91, 92, 93, people decided, well, we're angry, we're mad as hell, and we're not going to take it anymore. And then towards the end of the 90s, Poison and other bands get back together, and they sort of remember, maybe we do want to have a good time. And then it's like, nope, we're angry. And the kids have angst. We're going to listen to, whatever. And then it comes back. It just comes in circles. Every 10 years, it changes. And I think people would like to see a big show with a big production again, believe me. And let's hope it happens. Let's hope Motley Crue or any of these bands can do a big tour. I didn't see the stadium tour. I got to imagine it was terrific. Anyway, a lot of people cheering for Sean, and he deserves it. Ghosts are great, haven't changed their ethos. It's still big. No, and it's bigger than ever. The current tour, you're going to see an arena show with giant light up crucifix coming down, and I'm kind of, the only thing I could say, I don't like the phone, taking away the phone thing. I think it's slightly pretentious, but it is kind of fun to go into the arena not knowing exactly what you're going to see. That's something a lot of us, we Google the set list and things. I'm going to talk about these conventions. I go into these wild tears. I should thank Johnny Ponder. Johnny Ponder is a new channel member. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much. We're really starting to step up the channel member benefits. So, and there's Patreon. But Heather wants to see Ghost. Heather, you just missed it. Just here in Las Vegas. A month ago, maybe. But maybe next tour, you'll get out there. Okay. This is Johnny Magpie. A lot of Johnnies here today. Now I'm hooked. Love the Road Diaries, horror talk, 80s rock talk, filming locations, dry humor. Apparently, the YouTube algorithm knows all. Well, if you focused on all those things, you're in the right place. Thank you, Shannon. By the way, Shannon rocks. Thank you for being a channel member. And yes, Sean has questions. He thinks it out. Ghosts have great influences. Well, 100%. Their cover records are very good too. Lisa Clark is here. Lisa, hello. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for being a channel member. It's so great to see so many of you supporting this channel. Jay Roberts, feel bad for people too young to enjoy rock shows. Yes, but I'm thankful that young people are trying to keep a scene alive. When I go on the road, we're seeing more and more young people. I went through the weird music transition in the UK. So many styles being popular. It was so fun. Listen, I listen to music like it's an iPod on shuffle. If I know that's not a thing anymore, but Spotify playlist. I listen to all types of music, and it's fun to, grunge didn't phase me. I like punk music. Nirvana didn't blow me away. It didn't sound like anything I hadn't heard before. The Pixies already made those records, and so it's fun to listen to all different types of music. But yeah, it would be nice to see a big show. And there's Johnny Ponder's new membership, and we thank you. We speak your name. Some of you will get that reference. Little Sunshine is a cool song. Yeah, I'm with you. Okay. Here's a good. Def Leppard just played a venue, 2 bands, a lot of pop crap. Could not be bothered. Well, they're going to play pop hits because that's where it's at these days. I like older, harder Def Leppard, but the question is, what does the stage show look like? I'd rather see Alice Cooper's live show anytime over Ghost. Alice Cooper's stage show, he's not on the Ghost budget. Alice Cooper couldn't headline the venues. I love Alice Cooper, but couldn't headline those venues anymore. Alice Cooper's not playing arenas, and if he is, he's opening. Shamefully, it's a bummer. I mean, Alice Cooper opening for Rob Zombie is just painful. Anyway. So my point is that Ghost has a bigger stage show and a bigger budget to put out the stage show. Chad asking about Philly's Karen. I don't know. I mean, I feel like everybody does. I'm glad that they rewarded that kid and that family and called this woman out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay. Brad asks, when's the Sleep Token? Yeah, Sleep Token. I don't know anything about it. I mean, I know who they are. I haven't liked the music. That's the problem. Ghost, I like the music and the look. But maybe one day I'll try it. But anyway, this is the question I was trying to take. Brad, when is the next tour diary? It's being edited right now, right this second. As we speak, it's being edited. Probably comes out Friday. The schedule for video uploads is tomorrow. Maud TV filming locations. Watch it, even if you don't like Maud, because we got to keep this thing going. Wednesday, I'll be live, most likely with Wednesday 13, possibly with Sean Clark. And the Friday new tour diary. There's a lot of new things happening with this channel because I'm finally going to have time to concentrate. For those of you who don't know, I'm the tour manager for Stephen Piercy and Warren DeMartini and co-manager for Stephen Piercy solo and other entities. And so it's been a long year. I will tell you that in the last 4 years or so with Stephen Piercy, 150 shows, which translates roughly, because you got to go to the show, you got to play the show, and then you got to go home. So that would turn into about 450 days of traveling, sleeping in hotels over the last 4 years. The amount of flights I've been on, it's crazy. And the hardest thing is being a type 1 diabetic and doing it because a lot of times my blood sugar is off. I don't feel well. It's hard. And so it's hard to do these videos. I went through a phase where it was hard for me to do these videos and like them anymore. I'm looking at myself all the time, first thing in the morning. I had to agree to just be part of it. But at some point, I feel like I've showed everybody every hotel bathroom across the country. So I'm trying to revamp tour diaries to show different things. No one is going to give you this access, just in case anyone thinks they can or will. No one is going to give you the access I have. And also, I've been granted this access. It was part of my deal with tour managing Stephen, is that I was going to make these videos about my life on the road, and they've become very successful, often imitated but never duplicated. Anyway, so there's still a lot more to come. We're about a year behind. I'm not going to lie. About a year behind. The video that comes out Friday will be from September of 2024. That's how it goes. When you watch a TV show, you're watching it when it was recorded. So either you watch it or you don't, right? I think you'll like it. Let's talk about these conventions, and then I'll come back to the rest of you folks in your conversation. So I had the big idea to go to 3 conventions in 24 hours. I didn't even really think about it. So I went to the Hollywood show. I was going to go on Friday, but when I was younger, I loved staying in hotels. I loved traveling, but I'm at this point now where any nights not in a hotel are okay with me. So we decided to drive to Burbank, and I stayed the night at Matt Thorne's studio. Matt Thorne has a fantastic studio, MT Studios. So Matt and his lovely wife Ramel, they had us. We got to stay there for the night. Save on hotels, and you know what? Stay with good company because the people that I really like. And so, and I got to have a nice dinner with Matt and Ramel, and Wednesday 13 joined us, and of course Michelle. So it was nice to sort of have a home type night. So that we got to the convention, and I'll be honest with you, it was a strange convention, the Hollywood show. Like I said, I've been going since the mid '90s. I don't think there was really a headliner. You know, I don't think there was a guest that really stood out. Richard Dreyfuss was there, and he looked like he was in a wheelchair. And at the end of the night, they wheeled him out. And I said, I think they're going to wheel him right to Forest Lawn. Just, you know, they'll just dig, and then they'll just take the wheelchair and then tip him in. You know, it didn't look good. If Richard Dreyfuss is doing an appearance and you really want to get his autograph, I would get it now. I will tell you that halfway through signatures, he would forget his name, how to spell his name. Richard Dreyfuss is an icon, but he's not in the best health. And then there was a Last Starfighter reunion, but I think it's too deep. I don't think everyone remembers the Last Starfighter or the entire cast, the writer, the composer. It's cool. Look, if that's one of your movies, you had a rare chance, and I was fortunate to take a picture with the entire cast because Sean represents a lot of them, and he represents Nick Castle. And I had a lot of Halloween stuff that I wanted to get signed, and it was just a weird convention. If Nick Castle, the original Michael Myers, who I hope to get on the show sometime, if he was at a horror convention, his line goes out the door. Me and Wednesday waited, watched the Halloween Con filming location video. We waited 3 or 4 hours for this guy. Anyway, I had him sign like my whole collection. He signed that mask right there, and he's the coolest. And let's see who else was at that convention. William Daniels was there from Knight Rider. He's the voice of Kit. He's Boy Meets World. He's 98 years old. I would probably get a plot ready for him as well. Maybe they can get a deal. Barbara Eden, who was like 96, looks fantastic. She looks better than some of the young people there. She's walking all over the place, and she's great. I'm so glad that she's still doing these appearances. The other day, there was like this social media clickbait story that said Barbara Eden goes out for a rare appearance for birthday. Rare appearance? She's at a convention every day. Nothing rare about it. I don't know what bottle you've been stuck in. So Too Close for Comfort reunion was very cool. Lydia Cornell, Jim J. Bullock, Deborah Van Valkenburg. Deborah Van Valkenburg is also in the Warriors. Michael Beck was there, so they had a sort of little Warriors reunion. Let's see who else was at this show. They're cool people, but there's people. These are everyone I've said. I've seen at conventions many times. Apollonia was there for you Prince fans. They had some Back to the Future cast members that were basically extras. I mean, I don't even know how to explain. Like a guy who walks by, you know, it was like that kind of stuff. Let me see if I can see what else. Donna Pescow. Donna Pescow was in Saturday Night Fever. She opens a sealed pack of Saturday Night Fever cards from 1977. We'll see what she gets. Robert Romanus, one of my most successful interviews ever, 145,000. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, he was there. I got a Fast Times poster signed by him. And it's always fun, and it's kind of a hang. You know, me, Sean, and Wednesday all there, and meet so many nice people who watch this show or Sean's show or Wednesday fan. You know, it's like it's a multiverse. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good. Anyway, so that was sort of the Hollywood show. I can't think what I might be missing, but if it comes to me, I'll tell you. Anyway, early the next day, I got up for ToonCon. And ToonCon is sort of a new thing, and I think it's from the people who bring you the Hollywood show. But they said, we're going to give you free admission with your Hollywood show badge. So I said, well, son of a bitch, Jimmy Crack Corn. Well, I'll be, excuse me. If it's free, it's for me. There were a few voice actors I wanted to meet. So we get to this ToonCon. It was pretty dead. And a lot of the celebrities are just sitting there. Voice actors are not the most recognizable people. If you were over at Golden Corral and the voice of Spider-Man was next to you, you probably wouldn't know it. If you're at the post office, online, and Wonder Woman's there, you're not going to know. If you're at a fast food restaurant and one of these people's waiting on you, you wouldn't know. Anyway, I had a list of people I wanted to meet. Most importantly, Wonder Woman from Super Friends. I wanted to meet her. She's one of the only Super Friends who's still alive, voice-wise. I think Aquaman might be alive. Not positive. Not sure if he's out to sea yet. But I got a photo with her. It was exciting to meet her. Also, she was next to Charles Fleischer, the voice of Roger Rabbit, also from Welcome Back, Kotter. Nobody cared about him. I was surprised. He didn't have a price list out. If you're going to do these conventions, you better have a price list. Don't try to pull a fast one. I'm going to tell you right now, ToonCon, the celebrities were overpriced. I also met the voice of Spider-Man and his amazing friends. We met the voice of Odie from Garfield. I know you didn't think Odie had a voice, but he's also Bumblebee, I think. I don't know. We met Bumblebee too. And Michelle got a really nice drawing done by this guy. His name is Steven Spicer. Is that his name? No. Steven Spicer. No. His name is Steven Silver. He's not watching. And he was the character designer for Danny Phantom, Kim Possible, and maybe the Fairly Odd Parents, and another one. I'm missing another one. Anyway, but he would draw you in that style. This is one of the most original things I've seen at a convention. And by the way, he was a really cool guy. I hope to see him again and remember his name properly. But anyway, there is Michelle, if she was on Kim Possible. And very cool. And there were some people there who were reasonable. I'm a fan of a TV show called The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, which, if you don't know, it's these two kids, and they basically get into a thing where they win the Grim Reaper comes to kill their hamster, and they get into this game, and they win him, and they own him for life, essentially. And the creator, Maxwell Adams, drew Grim for me, and I took a picture with him. And then the voice, Greg Eagles, he's the voice of Grimm. I met him. So most of you are going, what are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Don't be ridiculous. But any catchphrase you want. But it was fun. It was overpriced, though. And here's why. You could go and meet. Sean Clark has fair pricing for his guests. Nick Castle, $60. Picture is free. You can't resell a picture. Take a picture with your fans if they bought an autograph. That's the way it should be. But now you got selfies, combos, this, that. I mean, it's ridiculous. The average voice actor was $80 at this convention. $80 if you want an autograph and a picture. It's too much money. It's not worth it. These people aren't that. We don't even know what they look like. I don't even know if some of them were the actual people. They might have just been lying. How would I know? So a company called CelebWorks books these guests, and they're overpriced. So you're going to have to watch my video. In my video, I rank which convention was the best, which one was the worst, and which one needs to work on some things. Anyway, after that, we were off to Ontario, California, where we went to the Creepy Con, Creep-IE, whatever you want to call it. It was also fitting for horror dead. I mean, it was a bad turnout. They also were lacking a headliner. Now, this is called After Hours or some shit like that. This is the smaller version of the big show, but it's a stupid argument because it's in the same place. But Ethan Embry, who played Nick Papagiorgio from Yuma, he gave me an interview, thanks to Sean Clark again, for my Vegas vacation location video. I'm the only person who has that in the whole world. I went to every location from Vegas Vacation. How do I know that no one else can do it? Because most of the locations have now been torn down. So anyway, Ethan Embry will be on. You'll see him discussing the movie. And also Larry Hankin, who was on Friends, Escape from Alcatraz. He's at the end of the movie. He marries him. Wait till you hear what he has to say or what he remembers. It's going to be an amazing video coming soon. It was exciting to meet Megan, the voice of Megan, Jenna Davis, and Megan's best friend or owner or whatever, Violet McGraw. They were very cool. And I'll get to your comments and questions. And then I met the absolute coolest person I probably could have met, Soleil Moonfry from Punky Brewster. Since I was a kid, I was a Punky Brewster fan. I'm still a punk fan. And everyone told me, oh, she's great. Oh, you're really going to like to meet her. And you hear that all the time. But no, I think we had 11 hugs. Who's counting? And she's just the coolest. And her family were there, and they were the coolest. And the if you go to my Instagram right now, go to the story. My Instagram is JSIN, Jason, with an I, _green, like the color. You go to my story, and you'll see the pictures. She did artwork for me. It's the craziest thing. And she took 20 pictures of us. Unfortunately, I look fat in most of them and only used the selfies that she took. But she said that she's going to come on the show and talk about her upcoming documentary, and told her all about my Punky Brewster filming location video that no one's watching. So maybe you guys could do that. Click on it. Be nice. And she was just great. It really was fun. We're close in age, and she looks fantastic, acts just everything you could want. That Creepy Con, while most shows you go just for autographs, at this show, I think more people are there to shop. The vendors are really cool. There's all kinds of things the broads like jewelry. And then there's monster this, monster that, candy, this, whatever you could think of, they've got. And I enjoyed it. I also met the star of Silent Night, Deadly Night. He signed a poster, and he's going to come on the show also at Christmas time. We're going to do a Christmas special with her. That movie was banned in some areas. Okay. So you have to watch the video to hear which convention I thought was the best, which was the worst. 200 people watching. I appreciate that. We didn't even really announce that we were going to do this show. I'm going to stay an hour, and then I got to get out of here. I got to go wait for the limo. Any new interviews coming up? I love those. It's been hard to do them. There's some in the works, and then some of the ones I just said. So soon, some people found this channel just from interviews. How is The Toxic Avenger? Good question. I was going to do a YouTube video, and I was going to say, was The Toxic Avenger the worst movie ever made? The answer is no. I'm not making the video, and no, it's not. I actually kind of enjoyed it. Oh, it's not great. Maybe because I went in with the lowest expectations ever. But I had a good experience. It's fun to watch in the theater. If you can still find it in the theater, it's probably gone. I could not find the popcorn bucket. If anyone can find a Toxic Avenger popcorn bucket and wants to send it to me, I will accept it. So thank you, drive-through. All right, let's see what we got here. I love the tour diaries. Cool to see the behind the scenes. Thank you. Yeah. And you'll see how they change. Because when I shot the first tour diary, every single person there, other than me and Steven, is gone. It's crazy. Now, obviously, we've morphed into Piercy D. Martini. Speaking of Stephen Piercy and shows, I should point out where you can see us. Well, Friday, I'll be in North Dakota, Fargo, North Dakota. And Saturday, I'll be in the world-famous Mankato, Minneapolis. I think that sounds right. Does that sound right? Or is it called? Is it called Mankato, Minnesota? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
I'm looking into the screen and waiting for someone to tell me that it's called Mankato, Minnesota. I got it. So I'll be in. I'll be in North Dakota, Minnesota. If you want to come say hi, I would love to see you. A lot of people saying, talking that they love Carlos Cavazzo. Carlos Cavazzo is the nicest person you will ever meet. You'll be fortunate to meet. I saw somebody's jet set. I want to meet Carlos Cavazzo. Well, he's one of the nicest people you can meet. He won't disappoint. Great that even Carlos joined on the metalcore. Famil Warm seems like an odd dude. I don't know if he's an odd dude. I think he's a private, reclusive person. that leads me to a story that I should have started earlier, but we flew from someplace to someplace else, and I was upgraded to first class because I am a frequent flyer. And when I got to first class, my seat was with Warren. Warren was on my left by the window. I was on the aisle by the right. And my other aisle was Stephen. And it was a strange dynamic. And on that flight, I conducted the greatest Warren DeMartini interview in history. He was funny. He was bright. He was detailed. He was extensive. It was such a different side of him. And the bad news is you'll never see that interview because it wasn't recorded. It was just us sitting on the plane. He says he doesn't want to do interviews, doesn't want to do podcasts. By the way, I watch some of these podcasts. I wouldn't want to do them either. That's why you don't see me on people's podcasts, because most of them really stink. Holy shit. Oh, where's the Tylenol? Anyway, so Matt is a stand-up guy. Yes, I agree. Look, we're having such a great time doing Piercy DeMartini. It's as close to rad as you're ever going to get. I'm saying it right now. The four guys aren't reuniting. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You will never see those four guys play again. So original guitar player, original singer, and we'll see what happens next year. I'm telling you right now, there's 5 more shows this year. You want me to tell you where they are? You watch my memory, my tour manager memory. The next one is in St. Louis, Missouri. All right. Then we're doing one with Kiss, a band called Kiss, here in Las Vegas, Nevada. There's one in Cancun, Mexico, right after that one. There's one in a place called Grand Hinckley, Minnesota, November 21st. And I'm only forgetting one of them. It's always the same one. I wonder which one it could be. Oh, Florida, St. Petersburg, Florida, a place called Ferg's. It's a big outdoor thing. If you can go to one of those shows, I recommend you go. It has gotten better. In the beginning, I thought, maybe this Piercy DeMartini, I don't know, but it's gotten really good. How was Jim J. Bullock? Fabulous! He was great. He's great. All right, let's see what we got here. Whew. People talking about the VMAs. I can't be bothered. When I think about a tribute to Ozzy Osbourne, I first of all, I'm over Youngblood. I was over Youngblood before. He's old blood to me. I could care less. You guys are getting too excited. Oh, not Youngblood. Oh, Youngblood. Oh, it just shows you how bad music is that you're so excited about Youngblood. Oh my God, have you seen Youngblood? Cares. And then Joe Perry and Steven Tyler as a tribute to Ozzy? Give me a break. I got no time for that. All right, let's see what we have here. Do you buy all your toys and lunch boxes for Sean? I don't even know what that means. No, I don't buy anything from Sean. And I don't think Sean sells anything. A stupid question, Brad. I want you to take some time, reflect, and think about that question. Speaking of questions, Erasure Brian, MFK, Cyndi Lauper, Jane Wiedlin, Debbie Gibson. Easily going to marry Debbie Gibson. Easily. 100%. Jane Wiedlin is not really playing for the same team as me, if you know what I'm saying. But that's tough. Do you do Cyndi Lauper because she's more famous, or you do Jane Wiedlin because she's probably a freak? Maybe you guys think about it. But for now, I'm going to say I would do Cyndi Lauper because she's more famous. Sorry, Jane. Talking about Billy and Amanda. Yeah, fun show. Perfect Strangers. Another video no one's watching. Thank you. Go watch it, please. I'll have to get a job. Did you make a decision on your new insulin pump? I have not. Thinking Omnipod is what I'm thinking. I don't know yet. Let's see. Sorry, I'm behind in the comments. Is Wednesday in the chat? Okay. You know what I like to do? I like to look at your comments that are stupid, and in my mind, I just laugh. But then I don't tell you which one, who it was. Isn't that fun? Sorry, I'm trying to get through everything. Thanks to Michelle for all the behind the scenes work. Absolutely. I am the face of this. You see me and I tell the dumb jokes, and but Michelle is definitely the brains behind it all. Couldn't do it all. Couldn't do this by myself. There's no chance. Um, it's so much more involved. Doing a YouTube show that looks easy, that looks like I just go places and hang out and talk shit. It seems easy, but it's not, and it's a full-time business. And speaking of full-time business, we got some shirts coming out. The reason I think of it is because I got to go pay for them. I'll show you these shirts because I want you to get excited. There's going to be wasting time with Jason Green coffee mugs. I don't know why I'm not drinking out of one. It's bad for business. Where the hell is that shirt? Don't you guys worry. I'm going to find it. Here it is. The shirt is called Tales of Movies, Music, and Madness. It's right there. And I'm telling you right now, there's going to be 100 of these. And I'm going to offer a little deal with the code Halloween when they're available. That's me, Sean, and Wednesday. 100 shirts, that's it. And it's a Halloween extravaganza. All right, what else we got here? Let's see. I don't want to ruin your name, but I believe it's Rajiv Gupta. Been a long-time viewer of your channel, finally catching it live. I'm from India, so time zones are always in the way. Well, thank you for watching. All the way from India, very cool. I love to see the show become global, become international. I want to point out one episode a few weeks ago. People kept going, "You dye your hair recently?" That kind of thing. What kind of dye you use? And I watched it and I realized that the lights are giving a shadow that appears that there's hair dye all over my head. That is not the case. So there. Did anyone here see Sebastian Bach video? Well, you got to go back and watch it. We had a whole discussion about it. And you're going to be surprised. Most of us are team Sebastian Bach. Some shows might be desperate for click views. I am not. Okay. Lake Town, who are we mad at? I say someone said be nice. Can't be me. Brad's following up. Are we going to get a house tour anytime soon? I'm moving in 10 months. Maybe I'll do it before then, or maybe it'd be better to do it in a new house. I will be expecting everyone to buy me everything on Amazon to furnish my house. No, I'm just kidding. It won't be the case. Ron Jeremy's here. Ron, thank you for waking up from your coma long enough to say hello. Good to see you. Yeah, there he is, Wednesday 13. He's watching from the treadmill. And Wednesday will join us on Wednesday. Wednesday says he walks 20,000 steps. I don't believe it. He says it, though. And look, he might be telling the truth because Wednesday 13 is a fit guy. He's in good shape. We had a good time hanging out on Saturday. Yeah, and we had a nice dinner. We get together with after dinner Wednesday. Matt goes, you know what? We're going to get some snakes. We're going to put some snakes on the rider because him and Wednesday had a long, elaborate backline discussion, and it resulted in snakes, not the animals. Hoping to make the St. Petersburg show. I hope you do, Lisa. That's a fun one. I've been there before. It's going to be a big party. I heard, this is just a rumor, but I heard that Steve Sex Summers of Pretty Boy Floyd and the band Pretty Boy Floyd will be opening. That's what I heard. The classically deceased. It was super cool meeting you on Saturday, Jason. I was watching you. You have a great interview with Larry Hank. Looking forward to seeing that video interview you filmed. Thank you. It was great meeting you too. And when you told me your channel, your name, it was easy to remember. Something still lighting up back there. Does it look faded? Oh, that's not good. You think it died already? Nah, we'll find out. That would really suck, right? I mean, this thing's brand new. Maybe it needs a. Maybe I need to turn the vacancy on. Does it look better now? Does it? All right. Not wearing pants, so I apologize. Will all three of you sign the shirt? It's a good question, and it's a tricky one. Because the shirts are going to ship from Las Vegas, I'm not positive how we could do that. I mean, I can do it, but I'm not sure. We'll look into it. It'd be one thing if we, maybe one day we do a poster or something. That's easy because then we can all sign it together and then we ship. But we'll see. You can do unboxing videos as you unpack your next place. Very true. Love the airport roundtable live. Yeah, that was fun. I did something better than that. I can't remember what it was though. It's another impromptu video. Can't remember. But Wednesday 13, Team Sebastian, Youth Gone Wild, Still Going Wild, No Safe Rock. Wednesday, I couldn't agree more, and I'm glad that you spoke up and said it. What happened? All of a sudden, we're so butthurt. I hate the word woke. I think it's a stupid word said by mostly stupid people. But what is happening that, like, Sebastian Bach threw some chick out? Oh, well, if she was flipping you off all night, who cares? I want my rock and roll dangerous. And I want to play FMK, and this is a good one. This is a really good one. Soleil Moon Frye, Brooke Shields, and Danielle Harris. Now, Danielle Harris is hot to me. She is the little girl from Halloween 4 and 5. She's not a little girl anymore. She's an old bat. So before you try to judge me, she's at least in her 40s. She was also on Roseanne. Brooke Shields hung out with Cheetah Chrome. Not Cheetah Chrome. Steve Baters, the singer for the Dead Boys. She's pretty punk rock. And Soleil Moon Frye is my favorite celebrity in the world. So you marry Soleil Moon Frye, Punky Brewster. You know she's got 4 kids. It's a lot of work. But you marry her, and I'm going to F Brooke Shields. Wednesday, if you're watching, maybe you should play law. I don't know if Wednesday would care about these people. But I'm gonna F Brooke Shields. I'm gonna get rid of Danielle Harris. She also seems like a bit of a busybody, unless she wants to come on the show. Deadhead Dave, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. It's appreciated. I'm always happy to see people. These are Mark. Mark, you might win the stupid question of the day. Do you miss Bitsy? Bitsy was my cat for 15, 16, 17 years, appeared on the show. It's like, like that would be like if I found out whose grandma's dead and go, you miss grandma? Of course I miss my cat. I don't know. How do you answer that? Stupid question, right? I'm sure you meant it in a nice way. But Sean Brown's here. Sean Brown is here to fix all that's wrong with this chat. Sean, you're very generous. I've been reading about how fan conventions are starting to ban vendors from selling AI-generated art. Some artists feel that AI work takes away from the integrity of the con space. Do you think AI elevates creativity, or does it take away from the con experience? Sean, you got a good question. This is a tough one. Let me tell you that most of these booths at the conventions, first of all, are selling not copywritten things. If you were a lawyer and you wanted to walk around and give out cease and desists, you would be doing it all day. Now, I'm a fan of some of those bootleg things. I love it. I have a Michael Myers t-shirt where he's dressed up as Bob's Big Boy. I think there's a lot of creativity in those ideas, but you got to be careful. I will tell you that back in the day, the families of Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff, if you were selling stuff at a convention that they were appearing at, you didn't have the license, they would confiscate your stuff. And listen, copyright's a real thing. There's some integrity to being a creator. Wednesday 13 creates his brand and his music. If someone was selling all bootleg merchandise of it, it sort of takes money out of his pocket. In my case, if you did a YouTube show that was the same as mine and you used the same thumbnails, you would have your hands in my pocket, and all you'd feel is nuts. So anyway, as far as AI goes, I'm okay with people using AI, but most people that I've seen use it, it's been bad. Blas Elias had these drum heads made on through AI. They were the ugliest things I've ever seen. And I've seen other people go, look what I did with Chat GPT. Look what I did with AI. I think taking out the human element sometimes damages things. Now, you have to, there's more to it. You maybe buy the best one, you put some ideas in it. I was thinking about taking all the songs I ever wrote with different bands and having AI sing them all. But that's going to be a controversy too. One day I'm going to have my lawyer come on and she will set this straight because she's been talking a lot about AI law. It's about to become a major issue. As far as conventions banning people, who cares? You want to pay for the booth space, sell your AI art? I think you do it. There's worse things. I used to go to the adult video convention and you'd have people there selling like tooth whitening stuff, bed sheets. That should be banned because there's nothing to do with, well, I mean, I guess those girls could use some sheets, but it's anyway, there's booths there that have nothing to do with it. So you pay the fray, and you should be able to have space. I have to give it some thought too. Let's see what other people may think. The FMKs are crazy today. Sean, I hate to take away from such a serious question, but there is another serious topic right now. Nicole Eggert, Carmen Electra, Bobby Brown. This is tough. I got to go by what they look like in their day. And then I'm going to stop playing such a childish game, unless you got a good one. Probably marry Nicole Eggert. Probably F Carmen Electra. Probably no Bobby Brown. I like Janie. I couldn't do it. All right. Unless you mean Bobby Brown from New Edition, then I'm fucking him. See, missing Bitsy, and wasn't even his cat. Bitsy was a big part of the show. We had a lot of good times. This show has been fun. This has been my therapy. I'm saving a lot of money thanks to you guys. It's cathartic to come here and talk and share, my life with you. Same with the videos. And people have come and gone from these videos in the last 4 or 5 years. And you know what? It just keeps getting better. I'm so thankful for the views. I don't like to tell people what my goals are, but I'm going to. I would love to finish this year with 50,000 subscribers and 10 million views. That's the minimum I'd like to have. I mean, look, I want to shoot even higher, but I'm at like 41,000 and change on subscribers, and views are about 7.5 million. If I could say 50,000, 10 million, I feel like it's worth doing. The fact that you guys like this is the reason I keep doing it. I thought I was out and you guys dragged me back in. I just saw, where did that one go? One of the best ones ever. Lisa. It's always Lisa. Lisa, you are an expert when it comes to FMK. You should have a doctorate in FMKs. This is the toughest one ever. These are 3 of my favorites. That's my favorite. Phoebe Cates, star of Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Gremlins, Soleil Moon Frye, the one and only Punky Brewster, and Elizabeth Shue from The Karate Kid. Wow. These are all my fantasy dream girls from when I was growing up in the 1700s. The question is, do I marry Phoebe Cates or Soleil Moon Frye? Phoebe Cates is in her 60s now. And boy, Punky Brewster looks like she'd be so much fun. Now, Punky Brewster dated Shifty from, what's that band called? Come, come, my lady, my butterfly. Come, what? Crazy Town. So she could be nuts. She also dated I'll get the name. I'll serve your ass like John McEnroe. If your bitch steps up, Smack in the hole. The House of Pain guy. She dated him. He's in one of my videos. He owns the Outsider's house. What the fuck is that guy's name? Someone in the comments remembers his name. I can't remember it. Anyway, I'm marrying. I think you got me on a day where I'm in a Punky Brewster mood. I think I'm marrying Punky Brewster, effing Phoebe Cates, and I'm going to get rid of Elizabeth Shue. I can't take it back. Yeah, so it's been said, so it shall be written. You have a lot of people remembering Bitsy's meow, meow in the background. I'm hoping to get, maybe get a new cat. Did you get the stray cat any catnip yet? No, we should maybe try that. We're working on it. He comes in to eat, but we have not been able to keep him here yet. Stretch limo, you guys, was insane. Nice touch. Yeah, I had nothing to do with it, but yes. One of the fun things about the tour diaries is seeing what kind of transportation they will send. Jet says he was not giving up. Thank you, Jeff. Danny Boy O'Connor. Yep, Danny Boy O'Connor. You are definitely the queen of all FMKs. Yes, absolutely. Did you guys hear the news today? Howard Stern's not going anywhere. Some of you might be sad. Some of you might be upset. I am happy. A world without Howard Stern is not a good world. Is Howard Stern not the same as he used to be? Nobody is. But I'm glad to see that the media that put out the rumors were all wrong, all lies. And Howard Stern is not going anywhere. So for those of you who were, oh, well, how we say, look who's gone. Rush Limbaugh. Sean Brown, speaking of therapy, I finally found a wonderful therapist to help me with my anxiety. Also, my dad was reevaluated and does not have Parkinson's disease, only symptoms. He's now back to driving. How incredible is that? Well, Sean, it looks like things are looking up in the world. Finding the right person to talk about anxiety is a good thing. And hopefully you'll have less and less of it. And then you'll find yourself a podcast and just talk shit all day. That's what I did. And good to hear that your dad doesn't have Parkinson's and hopefully will do better. I still can't drive. All right. Jason, your show gets me through and always a bright spot, especially battling depression and pulmonary fibrosis. Thank you, Jason. Well, thank you, Mitch. I appreciate that. I try never to be too serious here. But every time I do one of these shows, I think to myself, that was terrible. What was the point? What did I actually do? Did anyone care about this? And then you meet people who've had they've enjoyed this. And then it makes me realize, I got to keep going. Now I'm in it. Now I got to do it. Now I got to be there for you, which is good because you guys have been there for me. So we're in it together. Johnny says, I remember Sebastian throw bombs at a crowd in Springfield, Massachusetts. It was a big deal at the time. MTV News had a segment on it. My dad said he's probably on drugs. Well, your dad might have been right. Now, nobody cares. I mean, maybe it's a Metal Sludge headline. I don't even think Blabbermouth would run that. Well, I take it back. Somebody sold it to TMZ. I better not get into all this. Sebastian Bach is Skid Row. Like it or not. And by the way, if Sebastian Bach went back to Skid Row, it would be bigger than you think. It would play some big places. And then you'd all have to deal with it. Horror Hound looks good. Bruce Dickinson, Geezer Butler. Yes, those are both clients of Sean Clark. Thank you for being a channel member. Is that a 0 or an O? Whatever it is, thank you. I'm a therapist for almost 20 years. I watch you so after work for like 2.5 years. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. It's nice to see smart people watch too. You definitely have to keep going. We need you. Wow, thank you. It's kind. I have severe anxiety attacks. Stay strong. We've got a little, and yes, Howard Stern is the king of all media. We got a community here. And the great thing is that not everyone understands it. I mean, sure, there's people trying to rip me off and do it and not doing it well. But we've got a community, and this is our place to come and talk. It's a safe spot. It's a safe place where we have fun and we talk about movies and pop culture and whatever the hell you guys want. Okay, that's Bill Brown. I go by Air Bud. Gotcha. I couldn't tell from that symbol, but I got it. I've had anxiety most of my life. Well, I'm here to say that it can get better. I'm living proof because I didn't think I'd be here. I'm 50 years old, stretch and kick, 55-0, and it had been so bad at times I didn't think I would make it. Now I'm more worried about this awful kidney stone that I have. It's right there, and it just feels like a knife. Okay. Sean David, brother, when will you be in Dallas, Texas? I've been watching for years. Love to meet you. I've been trying to get to Dallas because I wanted to film some videos there. We just never get there. I hope next year. Maybe there'll be a convention there that I need to do. What is a favorite series on TV that both you and Michelle enjoy together? Well, that is a very good question, and a question that most people in an adult relationship could answer. But in my life, there is nothing that we mutually enjoy because I am fun all the time, and the other one is my domestic partner. Although we do occasionally watch Sanford and Son, believe it or not, she has allowed me to put on Sanford and Son. Now, I said to her the other day, most couples pick a show on Netflix or whatever and then watch it. We have not been able to agree. She likes to watch things with her headphones, like the Great British Baking Show. And I don't know. So, no, we don't agree on anything. And yes, we should all unite. Community because you're so authentic. Thank you, Heather. That's the authenticity is the biggest compliment because I get insulted. If you put yourself out here, you're going to get insulted. You're going to get mocked. I tell anyone who wants to be a YouTuber, have a thick skin because people are bitter, people are jealous, people are whatever. And it's just so easy to be angry and just go, you look like an idiot or I don't agree with you. But those of you who get it, we're in it together. You know what I mean? This is our party. And at the end of the day, we don't really care what anybody else thinks. I would feel so fake if I was doing what I see people laughing. I mean, laughing at their own bullshit. Or like there's videos of people going to like Halloween horror nights and they go, oh! It's obviously fake. You weren't that scared. You know what I mean? And people opening boxes, oh, or like they go to Disney, oh my God, it's Tiana. I couldn't do that because no one reacts like that in life. And if they do, they need help. So I try to just try to do my show, see what we have in common. I think I'd be better on radio, but it's a good question. Who is singing the Waste Some Time jingle you play? Who are the musicians? Lisa, good question. It's completely AI generated. They're all fictional. No. Someone asked me earlier. I said, I like your theme song. Who wrote it? And the answer is me. My theme song is from a band called Sin City Rejects. And I am the bass player in the Sin City Rejects. The singer on that track is a guy named Scotty Griffin. He was in LA Guns. He was in Bobby Blotzer's Fake Rat. He's been in other bands too, but LA Guns is probably what he's best known for. He's a great guy and a great friend. He's expecting a child right now, or at least I should say his wife is. And but eventually he'll come on the show. I got to text him. I haven't talked to him in a while, but he's a good guy. Johnny Rocks is the guitar player. He's a good guy too. He was in a version of the Bay City Rollers, among other. He played in the Greg Kinn Band. He's on guitar. And on that song on drums, it's Richie Ramone of the world famous Ramones. How cool is that? I'm going to put out a 7-inch of that, I think. Vinyl I'm talking about. Later this year. We got to price that. We'll make a note. Hold on. All right, made a note. We're going to put that on a vinyl so you guys can see it. I enjoyed Ozarks as well. I did a show called You that I really enjoyed too, but Michelle would never watch it. Who decides where shows are played? Good question, Robin. I'll tell you who decides. The people who pay the money, the promoters. They go to the agent and they tell the agent, we could use a show here. And sometimes I feel like it's throwing darts at a map. But whoever wants to pay the price can see it. Lisa, thank you. Lisa, queen of all FMKs. Thank you for the super sticker. Much appreciated. In my area, we have haunted attractions knocking on the ground with chainsaws. I don't want to be knocked on the ground. I don't want to do that. Jason, have you or Michelle tried the new Fanta Chucky's Punch for Halloween? Seen in my local store, looked interesting. We haven't been able to find any of them, oddly enough. Now, I cannot enjoy Chucky's Punch or anything that's not diet, but I'd like to have a few of the containers, the cans. And I'm told that if you go to a store display and scan the QR code, Quiet Riot code, that you can get collectible cups of each character. I would like to have that. The only reason I'm not showing you all the collection that collectibles I added to my collection this weekend is because it's going to be in the video. But I'm looking at them, and I came home with another 50 items of memorabilia. Okay, let's see what we got here. I like you, Jason. Well, thank you, Rajiv. I like you too. I think. I mean, I don't know. You could be a mental patient, but you watch the show, so therefore I like you. Your quick wit comedy video narrations are stellar. Nobody compares, and you make me laugh. Thank you, Green Acre. I appreciate that. And I thank you for being a channel member. Look, it's a tricky thing. It's a fine line. Some YouTubers don't have to say like, comment, and subscribe, like Adam the Woo. I don't know if you guys know who he is. I met him for the first time at the CreepyCon. He's a big YouTuber. And I told him, you know what I like about you, Adam the Woo? I said, you're 50 years old. You played bass in a punk band, and you don't give a fuck, right? You don't have to like him. You don't have to watch his videos. He's just living his life, and you can come along. I like that. He's not for everybody. Sometimes he's boring. Probably people say the same about me. But if you like what I like, we got something, right? So the problem is, though, sometimes I have to promote because I got to pay the bills. This is my job. I could be doing something else right now. Instead, I'm doing this a highly entertaining show. Okay. Shannon rocks. Shannon, you rock, and you're a channel member. Love the Great British Baking Show too, Michelle. Very soothing. Yeah, I watched the American ones. I like the holiday baking shows. I'm a fan of holiday baking shows, but they are kind of relaxing. I can't even eat that stuff. I need a motel vacancy neon sign so I can fill the afterlife with fresh souls. Wind War Attack. I like the way you think. Someone says Steve Whiteman's podcast that was in it, but thank you. Is decent. I don't know. Is it? I mean, I don't know. I've seen only small clips. I haven't really cared. But hey, again, it's not for everybody. The Halloween baking show starting soon. I forgot the exact title. Well, I'm going to look for it. Well, I said I do this every week. I go, I'm going to come on here for 1 hour, and I'm going to stick to one topic, and then I'm going to get out of here. Well, there's 220 people watching, and I've been here for 1 hour and 14 minutes. I felt terrible when I started. My blood sugar was low, and I had to eat candy, and I don't like to do that. Now I'm a little high. You know what's interesting about being a diabetic? Even these lights, these hot lights, they produce cortisol. You know, there's stress. I'm not saying it right. I'm not a doctor. I'm just an asshole. But like my blood sugar sometimes goes up doing this. It's going to be tricky when I do 24 hours of shows, 24 shows in 24 hours. It's coming. Anyway, I thank you guys for watching. I thank you guys for support. Yeah, for those of you who don't have the means to super chat or be a channel member or a Patreon, well, I appreciate you subscribing. That means a lot. Like, comment, subscribe. And there's a lot more to come on the way. Members tonight will get to check out Maud. It's going to be late. And then that'll come out to everyone. New tour diary on Friday. There's always something happening here. Sean Brown says, on Saturday, I watched a movie with Red Fox from 1970 called Cotton Comes to Harlem. I have it on DVD. I was amused that the character that Red Fox plays is also involved with the junkyard. It's worth checking out. Cotton Comes to Harlem is a classic. Yeah, it's up there in the great black exploitation type comedies. Have you ever watched Jizzy's videos? They aren't too bad. Now, Jizzy's videos I do enjoy, although I hope the AI that listens doesn't think that I'm saying I like adult videos. But Jizzy Pearl of Love Hate, he's got a good channel. He learns a little bit from me. He says that, by the way. He asked me for advice when he was starting. I give him credit for sticking to it. This sounds. I'm gonna look into it. Thank you. All right. It seems like we're just all over the place now, which means I should probably get back to my real life. Although I've enjoyed spending some fake life. Well, it's pretty real with all of you. I will be in North Dakota on Friday, Minnesota on Saturday, and then Pierce DiMartini the rest of the year. Going to take the month of December off from touring. No shows in December. Some rumbles about January. You'll have to wait and see. And I think that's it. I think I've said it all. I'll be back Wednesday live. I appreciate you guys. And I don't have a sign off. You know what I mean? I should have some bullshit that sounds. See you later.